Hello, and welcome to Vaint Stories, where we explore the lost world of prehistoric life. Natural selection operates on a direct principle. Traits that enhance survival and reproduction are passed down, while disadvantageous traits are eliminated. Over millions of years, this mechanism built the complex biodiversity seen across our planet. Yet, beneath this logical framework lie profound contradictions. Biological evolution contains internal dilemmas that challenge standard models of survival. From the staggering energy cost of reproduction to behaviors that actively endanger an individual, life often operates against its own immediate self-interest. Today, we examine 5 evolutionary paradoxes that force scientists to rethink how life survives, adapts, and endures. The paradox of sex. From a purely mathematical standpoint, sexual reproduction makes little sense. In evolutionary biology, this is known as the twofold cost of sex. An asexual organism passes 100% of its genes to its offspring, producing self-sufficient populations rapidly. A sexual organism, however, passes on only 50% of its genetic material and requires 2 individuals to produce a single offspring. Half of the population, the males, cannot directly bear young. Why would evolution favor a system that cuts genetic transmission in half? The primary explanation is the constant threat of rapidly evolving pathogens. Sexual reproduction shuffles genetic material, creating unique combinations that prevent parasites from easily sweeping through an entire population. The Red Queen's paradox, the evolutionary arms race. This continuous battle leads directly into the Red Queen's paradox, named after the character in Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass, who states, "It takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place." In nature, species do not evolve in isolation. When a predator becomes faster, its prey must adapt equivalent speed or face extinction. Neither organism gains a permanent advantage. Both expend vast biological resources simply to maintain their current survival rate. Organisms are locked in a perpetual evolutionary race where standing still means total failure. The paradox of speciation, Cope's rule and the island rule. Evolutionary lineages often exhibit predictable trends in body size, but these trends frequently collide in contradiction. Cope's rule observes that animal lineages tend to evolve larger body sizes over millions of years. Larger organisms enjoy distinct advantages: lower risk of predation, higher thermal efficiency, and greater dominance over resources. We observe this trend clearly in the fossil record of dinosaurs, mammals, and marine organisms. However, this rule breaks down completely under environmental constraints, giving rise to the island rule. When large species colonize isolated islands, they frequently undergo dwarfism due to limited resources and reduced predator pressure. Conversely, small species on islands often evolve into giants. This creates a paradox. Selection pressure simultaneously favors larger body size for competitive dominance and smaller body size for resource conservation. Body size evolution is not a simple upward line, but a dynamic trade-off governed by geographic limits. The paradox of genetics. Logic suggests that complex organisms require more genetic instructions than simple ones. A human should, theoretically, possess a vastly larger genome than a single-celled organism. Yet, molecular biology reveals that genome size does not correlate with biological complexity. This discrepancy is known as the C-value enigma. A single-celled amoeba dubia possesses a genome roughly 200 times larger than that of a human, containing over 600 billion base pairs of DNA. Much of this non-coding genetic material consists of repetitive sequences and ancient viral elements. Why do simple organisms expend energy replicating massive quantities of unnecessary DNA? Scientists continue to analyze how non-coding regions influence chromosome structure, cell volume, and gene regulation, proving that complexity is determined by how genes are expressed, not merely how much DNA an organism carries. The paradox of social behavior, Hamilton's rule. If natural selection rewards individual self-preservation, self-sacrificing behavior should not exist. Yet, worker ants sacrifice their own reproduction to serve a queen, and meerkats risk their lives calling out predators to warn their group. This self-sacrificing behavior appeared to contradict natural selection until evolutionary biologist W.D. Hamilton formulated Hamilton's rule. Hamilton demonstrated that altruism can evolve if the genetic benefit to the recipient, adjusted for genetic relatedness, exceeds the cost to the altruist. In social species, protecting close relatives ensures that shared genes survive, even if the individual bearing them does not. Social behavior is not selflessness in the traditional sense. It is a mechanism where genetic code preserves itself across an entire family line. These 5 paradoxes reveal a fundamental truth about natural history. Evolution is not an engineering plan aiming for perfection. It is an ongoing, reactive process shaped by trade-offs, environmental shifts, and molecular constraints. What appears to be a contradiction at first glance is often a precise adaptation to a complex world. By studying these edge cases, researchers continue to refine our understanding of how life originates, adapts, and survives. If you found this deep dive into evolutionary science valuable, hit the like button and subscribe for more technical explorations of history, science, and the natural world. Which of these paradoxes surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.